Leah Morgan stood at the observation deck of the distant horizon, her face bathed in the soft glow of the control panels. Outside, Zithra 4 loomed, a giant jewel amidst the black canvas of space. The planet's surface pulsed and glimmered with bioluminescent flora, a stark contrast to the cold, metallic interior of the ship. A sense of wonder washed over her. Captain Morgan, we're ready for descent, called Ethan Drake, her first officer, who leaned against the console with a relaxed demeanor. He had dark hair and a confident smile that often made missions feel less daunting. Thanks, Ethan. Let's make history, Leah replied, a determined glint in her eyes. As they boarded the shuttle for the descent, a mix of excitement and trepidation filled the cabin. Leah glanced around at her diverse crew, a mix of scientists and diplomats united by a shared purpose. It wasn't just exploration. It was about establishing something meaningful with the Sci-Fi, a species both revered and feared by humans for their psychic abilities. Do you think they'll like us? Came the voice of Dr. Mariana Chin, the ship's xenobiologist, breaking the tension with her curiosity. Like us? They better, Ethan chuckled. I mean, who could resist our charm? Leah smiled at Ethan's humor but couldn't shake the gravity of the situation. The Sci-Fi were known for their prophecies, a mystical lore that sometimes cast shadows over newcomers. Would she fit in? As the shuttle landed, the hatch opened with a hiss, revealing the breathtaking landscape of Zithra 4. Leah stepped out, inhaling the sweet, warm air, a stark contrast to sterile ship air. Ethereal plants surrounded them, pulsing softly as if greeting new guests. Stay close, Leah instructed, instinctively positioning herself between her team and the strange, shifting shadows of the welcoming committee. She could see them in the distance. Zythrans, their iridescent skin shimmering under the bioluminescent glow. Are they really blue? Ethan whispered, peering ahead with fascination. They're not technically blue, it's an iridescence, Dr. Chin corrected, adjusting her glasses. It changes with their emotions. Oh great, I'm going to be green with envy, Ethan quipped, making Leah chuckle despite her nervousness. The Zythrans approached with elegance, their movements fluid, almost as if they were gliding rather than walking. At the forefront, a figure radiated serenity. The oracle, draped in luminous fabric that cascaded like liquid light, looked at Leah with deep, knowing eyes. Welcome, children of Earth, the oracle's voice flowed through the air like water, vibrating with an otherworldly melody. Your arrival has been foretold. Leah's stomach nodded. Foretold? In what way? The oracle's gaze intensified. The prophecy speaks of fire, a chaos which could engulf the cosmos. But amidst the flames lies the potential for warmth. I think I'd prefer warmth, Ethan interjected, attempting to lighten the mood, but his joke fell flat in the face of the oracle's solemnity. Ethan, silence, Leah whispered, her eyes locked on the oracle. What must we do? The way forward requires understanding, the oracle stated, gesturing toward the city. Come follow? The Zithran Council awaits. The group followed the oracle through the enchanting city, a surreal blend of organic structures that seemed to grow from the ground rather than be built. Leah felt a mix of awe and apprehension as they walked. Each step she took brought her closer to the heart of the Zithran civilization. What's it like to live here? Dr. Chen asked, her voice laced with awe breaking the slight tension. We harmonize with our surroundings. Emotion fuels the energy of this world. The oracle replied, glancing at Dr. Chen, who appeared genuinely captivated. As they turned a corner, Leah spotted a market. Zythrans exchanged goods in a vibrant array of organic produce and woven textiles, laughter and music dancing in the air. The vibrancy was palpable, a testament to the life force pulsing throughout the city. Do you see this? Ethan exclaimed, his eyes gleaming. It's like being in another world. Not another world, Ethan. A different perspective, Leah corrected, her tone gentle. We're here to learn. Finally, they reached the council chamber, a grand structure pulsating with colors that shifted in response to the gathered energy. The Zithran Council awaited, their expressions unreadable and enigmatic. Speak your intentions, Earth, one of the council members demanded, their voice as layered as their mesmerizing skin. Hi. Ethan stepped forward, clearly unprepared. I'm Ethan, and this is Leah and Mariana. We are here to foster peace and understanding, right? That's what we're doing, right, Captain? Ethan, Leah hissed under her breath but recognized his effort to lighten the mood. The oracle stepped forward, placing a hand on Ethan's shoulder. It seems that warmth has arrived among the fire's promise. Feeling a surge of bravery, Leah raised her chin. We come in peace. Our desire is to understand your culture, to learn from you, and to share our own experiences. We believe we can create a collaboration that benefits both our peoples, fostering connection rather than conflict. A murmur rippled through the council. Leah's heart raced. Were they listening? We have seen many visitors in our time, one elderly council member replied slowly, their voice rich with years. What makes you different, human? You'll have to find out, Leah answered, a spark igniting within her. Let us prove that we are more than a prophecy of disaster. Easier said than done, Ethan added, shooting Leah a sideways glance. A tense pause filled the air, the Zythran's gazes flitting between Leah and Ethan. Moments stretched into eternity before an agreement echoed through the chamber, an invitation to stay, learn, explore, and engage. As they exited the council chamber, Leah could feel a weight lift from her shoulders. She turned to her crew. We did well, didn't we? Ethan grinned, his excitement contagious. If by well you mean survived, then yes. This is going to be incredible. Looking out at the vibrant city, Leah felt a warmth swell in her heart. They had taken the first step on a challenging journey, but she could sense the possibilities ahead. Zythra promised discovery, connection, and perhaps a bond with those she had yet to understand fully. Let's see what warmth we can bring to this world, Leah said, a smile breaking on her face as they walked into the heart of Zythra 4, ready to embrace whatever awaited them. Chapter 2, Flames and Warmth. The next morning, Leah awoke to the gentle hum of Zythra 4, a soft melody woven into the air around her. The vibrant colors of the surroundings seemed even more alive at dawn, capturing her gaze as she stepped out onto her balcony. Ethereal flowers glowed softly, bathing the area in a warm light. Good morning, Captain. Ethan's voice broke through her reverie as he joined her outside, his enthusiasm infectious. I don't think I'll ever get used to this place. It's like a dream. It really is, Leah replied, stretching her arms overhead. But we have work to do. The council wants us to engage with their culture, experience it firsthand. Engage? You mean we get to eat weird food and dance with glowing people? Ethan grinned, his excitement evident. Pretty much, Leah laughed. It's important for building relationships. Dr. Chen mentioned a festival happening today. We should attend. Festival? Count me in. I'm all for color and chaos. Ethan laughed, pushing his hair back. As they made their way through the corridors of the bustling Zythran complex, Leah felt a sense of anticipation build. The air hummed with energy, filled with myriad scents and sounds. Zythrans floated past, their laughter echoing like a melody, making even the air shimmer. They stepped into a grand hall where vibrant banners adorned the walls, each a tapestry of color and light. At the center of the hall, several Zythrans had begun their preparations, weaving together intricate decorations that glowed with an otherworldly light. Welcome, Earthlings, an exuberant Zythran exclaimed, her radiant skin shimmering as she approached them. I am Leora, and I will be your guide today. Are you ready for the gathering of lights? Absolutely, Ethan said, eyes wide with excitement. Gathering of lights? Sounds like my kind of party, Leah added, catching Leora's infectious enthusiasm. Come, come. Leora beckoned, leading them into the festival grounds where Zythrans were constructing luminescent sculptures from glowing materials and vibrant foliage. Today, we celebrate the unity of our beings. The air will sing with our joy. Leah observed the scene, captivated by the fluid movements of the Zythrans. It's incredible how they channel their energy into these creations. Yeah, it's like they pour their emotions into art, Ethan commented, picking up a nearby glowing orb, cradling it in his hands. What do you think this is? Probably a demonstration of emotion, you know, like how flowers bloom when they're happy, Leah said, feeling the energy radiating from the orb. Leora swooped in. That's correct. Each orb represents thoughts and feelings. Would you like to help us create some? Of course. What do we need to do? Leah asked, an eager smile forming. Leora explained the process, and soon they were knee-deep in colorful foliage, attempting to weave light and emotion into their design. Ethan struggled with a particularly stubborn branch. Don't pull it like that. You have to coax it, Leora advised, demonstrating with a gentle touch. Ethan watched in awe. Got it. Be gentle, like I'm talking to a toddler, he said, imitating Leora's motions but moving his hands with exaggerated care. You are quite amusing, Ethan, Leora laughed. But take it from me, gentle hands yield the greatest results. Leah chuckled, watching Ethan's antics as he finally managed to coax the foliage together, creating a small sculpture. You did it, she cheered, giving him a high five. Thanks. Just call me an artist, Ethan declared. Watch out, Zythra 4. I'm here to revolutionize your art scene. As they continued working, Leah felt the warmth of camaraderie envelop them. The Zythrans moved around them with laughter and joy. She realized it wasn't just about art but connection and community. After finishing their first sculpture, Leah stepped back, taking in their creation. It wasn't perfect, but it radiated an energy of its own. It's beautiful, she said, genuine pride flickering in her voice. Speaking of beauty, do you want to dance? Ethan asked with a cheeky grin. Dance? Leah raised an eyebrow. And diminish the artistry we just created? I think not. Come on. Just a little. What's a festival without some fun? He stepped back, beckoning her as music filled the air. Zythrans began to sway in rhythm, their movements fluid and captivating. Leah bit her lip, considering. Okay, a quick dance. Just to experience the culture. They joined the Zythrans under a canopy of colorful lights. Leah felt a rush of exhilaration as she swayed to the music, letting the rhythm guide her. Ethan danced nearby, his movements exuberant and offbeat, and that fueled her laughter. You're really getting into it. Who knew you had it in you? Leah called out, her voice mingled with the music. Hey, I have moves. They just need to be unleashed. He grinned, twirling and doing a playful spin that almost caused him to trip. Watch it. You're going to knock over the sculpture, she teased, stepping in to save it. As Leah balanced the sculpture, Leora approached with a soft smile. You shine brightly together. Your spirits blend harmoniously. It is a gift. Leah met Leora's gaze, feeling an unexpected wave of warmth wash over her. Thank you, Leora. That means a lot to us. Ethan chimed in, taking Leora's hand. And you're kind of awesome too. This is the best day ever. Leora joined them in laughter, her voice ringing through the air. Come, there's more. We prepare light shows by night. You must see. Leah exchanged glances with Ethan, both of them bubbling over with excitement. What are we waiting for? Leah exclaimed. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the festival transformed into a dazzling spectacle of lights. Zythrans gathered, their colors shifting with their emotions as the first luminous orb shot up into the night sky, cascading sparkles in its wake. Look at the sky! Ethan shouted, pulling Leah closer as bursts of color exploded above them, illuminating their faces. It's incredible! Leah exclaimed, her heart racing as more orbs flew up, creating constellations of light. Leora joined them, eyes sparkling. As the lights dance, so do we. Let the colors wash over you. Encouraged by Leora's call, Leah and Ethan joined the swirling crowd, moving as one with the Zythrans. Laughter and joy enveloped them, creating a vibrant tapestry against the backdrop of the starry night. As they danced, Leah felt something shift within her, a connection not just to the Zythrans but to Ethan as well. His presence beside her brought a warmth that transcended their different worlds. What a day, she said breathlessly as they twirled together, the lights swirling like spirits around them. No arguments here. This is definitely my kind of diplomacy. Ethan laughed, his freedom evident in every movement. As the festival continued, Leah felt an unshakable sense of unity among them. Perhaps the Zythrans were right. Amidst the flames of fear and misunderstanding, warmth could ignite a bond that embraced both their worlds. And with that thought, she spun deeper into the revelry, entangled in the joy, light, and potential that lay ahead. Chapter 3: Between Two Worlds. The morning after the gathering of lights arrived with a soft glow that seeped through Leah's window. She stretched, feeling a delightful exhaustion settle in her muscles. The festival of lights had ignited excitement, curiosity, and perhaps something deeper. Hey, Captain, ready for more adventure? Ethan called from the adjacent room, his voice upbeat and inviting. I'm awake. Leah replied, pulling on her uniform and stepping out to find Ethan rummaging through a stylized Zythran wardrobe filled with exotic clothing. What are you doing? Trying to find something that says, I'm an impressive ambassador from Earth, he declared, holding up a flowing, luminous garment that reminded Leah of the Zythran attire. Ahu, you look fabulous in that, she laughed. But I think diplomacy is about more than just your looks. Ethan chuckled, tossing the garment aside. True, but it wouldn't hurt to make an impression. Shall we try to engage the locals more today? I heard about the artisans' market and some workshops they host. Great idea. Learning about their crafts could help us understand their culture better. Leah stifled a yawn. But first, coffee. Do they have coffee? Let's find out. Ethan shrugged, heading out the door. I'll race you to whatever they call their breakfast. Transcending the halls of the Zythran complex, Leah reveled in the vibrant atmosphere. The air buzzed with anticipation, alive with Zythrans moving about, laughter and conversations mixing harmoniously. Over here, Ethan called out, pointing toward a busy gathering where Zythrans were preparing colorful fruits and steaming brews. I see breakfast. As they approached, Leah took in the array of colorful fruits. She felt a pang of excitement. It felt so different yet inviting. Good morning, friends. Leora appeared beside them, her face lighting up. You have come for nourishment? Yes. What's on the menu? Ethan asked, his eyes darting from one dish to the next. Zythran delight, Leora announced, picking up a small, glowing fruit. This will invigorate you. It contains the essence of our world. Leah raised an eyebrow. The essence? It's true. This little gem is packed with energy and can sustain you throughout your exploration. Leora held out the fruit toward them and Leah accepted one cautiously. It's glowing, Leah noted, experiencing a mix of apprehension and intrigue. Ethan, however, plucked one from the stand without hesitation, taking a large bite. Tastes like mango and sunshine. Leah bit into hers, the juice bursting and filling her mouth with vibrant flavors. Wow, this is amazing. What do you call it? Glyron, Leora answered, her eyes twinkling. Essential for a day of crafts. As they ate, Leah felt the energy of the Zythran market wash over them, a symphony of vibrant colors, aromas, and laughter. It felt like stepping into an entirely new universe. I could get used to this, Ethan said, glancing around. Where to next? Leora gestured to a workshop space nearby. Follow me. There we will meet artisans who shape their world through creation. Arriving at the workshop, Leah was met with beautiful sculptures, intricate patterns, and warm light that danced around them. Zythran artisans worked diligently, pouring their energy and emotions into their masterpieces. Welcome! A tall Zythran greeted them, his hands stained with radiant colors. I am Tazir. What do you wish to learn today? Tazir. These pieces are astonishing, Leah exclaimed, admiring a colorful sculpture that twisted and turned, seeming to breathe. Thank you. We create from our thoughts and feelings. Would you like to try? Tazir asked, his voice melodic and inviting. Yes, please, Leah answered enthusiastically. With simple instructions, Tazir guided Leah and Ethan to the crafting area. They were handed glowing materials that shimmered like stars. Now focus on your thoughts. Let the materials mold to your essence, Tazir advised, demonstrating with flowing motions. Ethan looked at Leah, feigning a serious expression. Easier said than done. My essence is probably chaotic. Just think of something warm, Leah encouraged, concentrating on the feeling from the festival. As they began to shape the materials, Leah found herself imagining the lights, the laughter, the sense of connection she experienced at the festival. Her hands instinctively turned the material into a swirling shape resembling the constellations from the night sky. Nice touch, Ethan commented, focusing intently on his own creation, which was turning into a chaotic zigzag. Are you channeling your inner tornado? Leah teased, lifting an eyebrow. Hey, chaos has its beauty, he shot back, laughing. After some time, Tazir approached, observing their progress. You both are quite gifted. The essence flows in your creations. Would you like to present them at the end of the day? Absolutely, Leah responded, excitement bubbling in her chest. What do you think, Ethan? Only if my tornado wins best in show. With laughter filling the air around them, Leah felt a surge of warmth. Sithra 4 was becoming familiar, feelings of friendship weaving into her experience. The workshop continued, and Leah lost herself in the process, shaping her piece while engaging Ethan and Tazir in conversation. How did you learn to connect with the materials like this? She asked, fascinated. We have meditative ceremonies to understand our emotions better, Tazir explained. Through this practice, we channel our energy into creation, allowing the universe to speak through us. So, you commune with the essence of your world, Leah mused. Exactly, Tazir smiled. Here we are all connect. Each time. As their hands worked, Leah felt herself connecting more and more with Ethan, seeing him in a different light. His playful banter enriched their experience, reminding her that laughter was the key to forging bonds. Midway through their crafting, Leora returned, observing their progress. What do you have there? She asked, peering at Leah's work. It's a tribute to last night's festival, an expression of warmth, Leah replied proudly. And your tornado? My masterpiece of chaos. Ethan grinned. Your chaos has a charm of its own, Leora teased, gently tapping the edges of the zigzag sculpture. With a sense of time well spent, the trio continued shaping their creations, transforming thoughts and feelings into tangible forms. When the sun began to set, they gathered their pieces for presentation. "Let's show them what we've created," Leah proclaimed, a mix of nerves and excitement dancing in her chest. As they stood before a small audience of Zythrans, Leah introduced their pieces, explaining the inspiration behind each. Laughter and joy filled the air once more as Ethan shared the story of his chaotic sculpture. "Sometimes it's the disarray that makes life interesting," he declared, earning chuckles from the crowd. In that moment, Leah realized they had done more than create art. They had woven themselves into the fabric of Zythran culture. Through laughter, shared experiences, and genuine effort, they were bridging the divide that once seemed so insurmountable. As the final applause echoed around them, Leah turned to Ethan, gratitude swelling within her. "We did well today, didn't we?" "Yes, we did," he agreed, a glint in his eyes. "I think we might have earned our place here." "Let's see where that takes us," Leah said, heart open to whatever awaited them next as they stepped forward into the unknown together. Chapter 4: The Terror Within. The following days on Zythra 4 flowed like the gentle currents of a stream, each new experience weaving Leah and Ethan deeper into the fabric of the Zythran culture. They moved freely through the vibrant city, soaking in its essence against the backdrop of breathtaking flora and the harmonious environment. On this particular morning, Leah walked through the marketplace, her senses enlivened by the scents of fresh produce and spices. She spotted Ethan at a booth, bantering with a Zythran vendor over the price of a glowing orb. "I'm telling you, I'm a master negotiator. This should cost half," Ethan declared with a grin, waving an orb dramatically in the air. "Oh really? Last I checked, you were trying to sell a tornado," Leah teased as she joined him, hands on her hips. "Hey, that tornado is an artistic masterpiece." Ethan shot back playfully. "What about breakfast? We have to keep our strength up for today's meeting with the council," Leah chimed in, her mood excitingly buoyant. They had been summoned to discuss their continued engagement with the Zythrans. Before Ethan could respond, Leora approached, her elegant presence drawing the attention of both humans. "Good morning, friends. Are you ready for the day ahead?" "Ready as we'll ever be," Ethan said, giving Leora a thumbs up. "What's on the agenda?" "The council wishes to know how you perceive our culture now that you've experienced it firsthand," Leora explained. "It's an important discussion and I believe it will strengthen our ties." "Sounds intimidating," Leah admitted, biting her lip. Ethan nudged her playfully. "If I can haggle for my life, you can handle a council meeting." Leah laughed, feeling a warmth spread through her. "I suppose you've got a point there." As they made their way to the council chamber, the air shifted slightly, tension hanging in the atmosphere. Leah noticed murmurs among the Zythrans passing by, their expressions more serious than she had come to expect. "Everything all right?" she asked Leora, her voice low. "Yes, but there are concerns," Leora replied, her tone slipping into a more somber rhythm. "Some still believe your presence brings danger." "Danger? We've only been bringing warmth," Ethan interjected. "Not everyone sees it that way. The prophecies cloud some Zythrans' hearts," Leora explained, her gaze focused ahead. As they entered the council chamber, Leah felt the weight of the room settle around her. The Zythran council members were seated, their expressions unreadable. Leah and Ethan approached, positioning themselves before the council like performers on a stage. "Welcome, visitors from Earth," a council member intoned, their voice reverberating through the chamber. "We have gathered to discuss your intentions and what must come next." Leah took a breath, ready to assert their positive experiences. "Thank you for meeting with us. Over the past weeks, we've immersed ourselves in your culture. We've created bonds and shared laughter, and we wish to continue this journey with you." Ethan nodded vigorously. "Seriously, your art, your food, everything resonates with us. We want to help build connections. The warmth you bring is commendable," another council member offered. "However, some fear the fire foretold." "Fire?" Leah furrowed her brow, caught off guard. "We're not here to bring conflict or danger. We want collaboration." "Speak for yourself." "I think I could light up a party like no other," Ethan quipped, trying to lighten the mood, but Leah shot him a warning glance. "Your humor does not mask the concerns of our people," the first council member said, their gaze steady. "We must ensure your intentions align with the future of Zythra 4. What do you propose as a path forward, knowing the shadows of prophecy loom over your presence?" Leah's heart raced. "We want to hold workshops, share knowledge between our species. Imagine the advancements we could make working together." "In theory, it sounds promising," a council member responded. "But actions speak louder than intentions. How can we trust that the chaos predicted won't manifest?" Ethan sensed the tension, stepping forward. "We've already shown our commitment, through art, through shared experiences. Perhaps we could hold an open event to showcase our cultures together, inviting all Zythrans to participate. Let them see who we really are." The council members exchanged glances. Leah held her breath, hoping their ideas might resonate. She glanced at Leora, who provided a gentle nod of encouragement. An event could serve as a demonstration, the first council member acknowledged, voice softer. But let it be clear, we will be watching your actions closely. We won't disappoint, Leah replied, determination in her tone. As they left the council chamber, the weight of their conversation still hung around Leah. What's the plan for this event? She asked, glancing at Ethan, who was still buzzing with enthusiasm. I guess we brainstorm, he replied, eye sparkling. We can get our team, Dr. Chin and the others involved too. Right? We need to ensure it's a reflection of both cultures, Leah agreed, feeling the spark of inspiration flicker in her mind. Over the next few hours, they gathered their crew. With Dr. Chin stirring up excitement and artistic ideas and Leora sharing traditional Zithran practices, Leah felt the adrenaline of collaboration soaring through her. Let's showcase each other's skills, Dr. Chin suggested, sprightly as she moved among them. Workshops, performances, food stalls, it could be a celebration. Ethan grinned. I can run the Earth food stall. My award-winning apples can be sold. Leora laughed, clapping her hands together. Excellent. People will line up just to taste them. All right, but we need to keep a balance, Leah interjected. We must highlight what we admire about each other's cultures without overshadowing. Agreed. We'll designate areas where we can collaborate, art inspired by nature, Zithran rhythms infused with earth melodies, Dr. Chin added, sketching outlines on a makeshift board. As the ideas flowed, Leah felt the group unify. The tensions that had stirred earlier seemed distant now, like remnants of a fading storm. They drew together, melding experiences and hopes, crafting a vibrant tapestry of shared ambitions. Later that evening, Leah slipped away to take a breath of fresh air. Stepping outside, she found a quiet space filled with the glow of the bioluminescent flora. The air was thick with warmth and possibility. Thoughtful evening? Leora suddenly appeared beside her, a soft smile gracing her lips. Yes, just thinking about what lies ahead, Leah replied, looking at the stars dotting the indigo sky. We have a lot to prove. Leora nodded knowingly. Trust in the bond you've created. Your spirit has touched us deeply, even if some are hesitant to acknowledge it. That hesitation is concerning, Leah admitted. I don't want to bring chaos. I just want to connect. Connection requires vulnerability, Leora stated, her voice gentle. But you must be true to yourselves and who you wish to become together. Leah felt a warm rush at Leora's words. We will showcase our best selves. We have to believe that. Indeed. Leora smiled, her gaze steady. Tomorrow shall shine brightly, dear friend. As Leah stood there, contemplating the days ahead, she felt a thread of determination grow within her. Armed with the knowledge from their journey, the warmth they shared, and the strength of new relationships, she was ready to face whatever came next. Together, they would navigate the complexities of their intertwined fates, finally stepping into the light. Chapter 5, A New Dawn. The day of the gathering of unity dawned with an electric anticipation vibrating through the air. Leah woke to vibrant light spilling through her window, illuminating the incredible landscape of Zithra 4. She stretched, excitement bubbling within her. Today, they would demonstrate the bond they'd forged with the Zythrans. Wake up, Captain. It's showtime. Ethan's voice boomed through the calm in her room, pulling Leah from her morning thoughts. Give me a minute, she called back, hurriedly pulling on her uniform while glancing at the time. We can't be late. Dashing out, Leah found Ethan in the common room wearing a colorful shirt that clashed creatively with his uniform pants. Is that your plan for the event? Distract them with fashion, she teased, unable to hold back a grin. Hey, if it works, he shot back, spinning dramatically. But seriously, I've got all the food prepared. Are we ready for our culinary debut? Did you actually prepare anything edible? Leah shot back, half joking. Because I still remember your experimental cooking from yesterday. I promise. No explosions this time. I've got help from some Zithran bakers. Ethan chuckled, stifling a mock concern. Just trust me. All right, let's get to work. We need everything perfect for this gathering. Leah urged, her determination radiating. They joined their team, which had assembled at the main square. Colorful decorations hung from every surface, and various stalls were set up, each ready to showcase individual talents. Cooks bustled about while artisans arranged their pieces with great care. The atmosphere felt electric. Dr. Chun hurried over, enthusiasm shining in her eyes. Leah, Ethan, were starting to attract a crowd. It's exciting. Leah glanced around, spotting Zythrans drawn in by the vibrant set. Let's get started. We need to ensure everyone knows where to go, what to expect. Ethan nodded. I'll take care of the food stall. Dr. Chin, do you need help with the workshops? Yes. We were planning on starting with a fusion art session combining Zithran and Earth styles, Dr. Chin replied, her passion evident. Perfect. Ethan, why don't you entertain the crowd with some Earth trivia? I'll help Dr. Chin, Leah suggested, knowing that their teamwork was what made this gathering possible. Earth trivia? I've got tons. Ethan exclaimed, already beginning to formulate ideas. What piece of random knowledge should I inflict upon them first? Maybe steer clear of the asteroid belt, you might confuse them, Leah urged, stifling laughter. I'll stick to food-related facts then, he promised, waving her off as he bounded over to his stall. As the sun climbed higher, Leah and Dr. Chin started their workshop, with participants eager to explore the blend of cultures. Zythrans gathered as Leah demonstrated some basic techniques, guiding them to experiment with their own forms. You have a natural talent, Leah, Dr. Chun remarked as they worked with the attendees. I think your art would be appreciated here. Thanks. I've learned a lot from you and the Zythrans, Leah replied, smiling at a group member who had created a striking piece inspired by both cultures. We can do this. Look at what we're creating together. Dr. Chin encouraged, her enthusiasm pouring into the room. The workshop continued, with laughter echoing around them. After a while, Leah turned and spotted Ethan at his food stall. He was flanked by several Zythrans who eyed the food with curiosity. She couldn't help but chuckle at the way he animatedly described each dish in exaggerated detail. Ah, I see you found a crowd, Leah called, stepping closer. Leah, come on over and sample. They're loving my Earth cuisine. Ethan beamed, gesturing at the glowing dishes laid out. What is that one? Leah asked, pointing to a dish that sparkled under the sunlight. This is a specialty. I call it Aurora lasagna, he replied, proudly holding a gleaming plate. Zithran flair with Earth ingredients. Just give it a try. Leah took a bite, her taste buds exploding with flavors. Wow, this is fantastic. You actually did it. See? I told you, no explosions today. Ethan laughed, nearly bouncing with pride. The secret is using a Zithran herb I learned about. They call it Luminara. Luminara? It glows when you use it, she exclaimed, her surprise evident. This could really bridge our culinary worlds. Exactly. I'm just building a bridge, one meal at a time. Ethan said, raising an imaginary toast with an empty plate. They shared a laugh as more Zythrans joined, eagerly trying Ethan's creations. Leah felt warmth bloom in her chest as she observed smiles spreading across their faces. This was the moment they had fought for, a tangible connection forged through shared experiences. However, just as she immersed herself in the excitement, a ripple of tension coursed through the crowd. Leah noticed a group of Zythrans whispering among themselves, their expressions serious and guarded. Ethan, look over there, Leah murmured, nudging him. Something feels off. What do you mean? He asked, glancing toward the group. There's a tension. They seem to be discussing us, Leah replied, concern creeping into her tone. I'm sure it's nothing, Ethan said, shrugging it off with his typical optimism. They're probably just trying to decide which dish they like best. But Leah couldn't shake the feeling as the whispers grew louder, their eyes fixing on her and Ethan. Hey, everyone! Leora appeared at Leah's side, reading the air. What are you all talking about? One Zithran stepped forward, his expression serious. We have heard murmurs of dissent. Some believe this gathering brings a dark omen. An omen? Leah echoed, incredulous. We're here to promote unity and to learn from each other. But fears still linger, the Zithran continued, looking between Leah and Ethan. The fire foretold has struck fear into many hearts. How can we trust that chaos will not follow? Leah's stomach tightened at the piercing gaze. We understand your concerns. But we believe that openness and sharing can unify us, she stated earnestly. We wish to demonstrate the warmth that exists between our worlds, Leora added, stepping beside Leah. Take this celebration as an invitation to witness, not an affirmation of fear. The Zythrans looked among themselves, uncertainty clouding their features. Leah felt the weight of expectation press down. I can't stand back while they feel that way, Ethan said confidently, stepping forward. Let's do an activity right now here. A challenge. Let's bake a giant collaborative dish. We'll show our commitment to unity through food. Baking? Leah questioned, intrigued by Ethan's sudden burst of energy. Yes. We'll invite everyone, Zythrans and humans, to create something special. Ethan continued, his enthusiasm infectious. How does that sound? Leah watched as Leora shared a tentative smile with the Zythrans, sensing the spark of interest in their eyes. Would you dare to create alongside us? Leora asked, her voice wielding power. The Zithran who had spoken before exchanged glances amid the crowd, ultimately nodding. If you are willing, we shall participate. Leah felt a surge of relief. Excellent. Let's gather ingredients and provide an opportunity for collaboration. With newfound energy, Leah directed the group to collect various ingredients and set up a larger communal cooking area. Laughter and chatter filled the air once more as Zithrans and humans began to mingle, moving to prepare for the challenge ahead. As they were deep in the process of baking, Leah caught Ethan's eye. You really have a way with people. I just like food, and chaos can be delicious. He returned with a smirk. Well, it looks like you've helped smooth some ruffled feathers today, Leah said, a reassuring smile on her face. Maybe we really are building something great here, he replied, stopping briefly to toss flour in the air, creating laughter among the group. With each pass shared, Leah felt hope blossom anew. People came together, laughter echoing as they worked side by side. In that moment, the barriers began to dissolve, unity rising from the ashes of fear. As dusk settled over Zithra 4, the communal dish was finally assembled. A brilliant medley of flavors, colors, and cultures intertwined. Let's present this to the crowd, Leah called out, raising a wooden spoon as a makeshift microphone. On 3, Ethan shouted, the energy infectious as everyone joined in, lifting the immense dish together. 1, 2, 3. Together, they raised their voices, celebrating the food they had created together. As the dish met the starlit sky, Leah felt the ground beneath her shift. This was a bond forged not only through laughter and creativity but through shared will. Today, they had united more than their cultures, they had built a bridge into the future. Now, Leah said, turning to the crowd, let's taste what we've created. No one hesitated as they came forward, and laughter erupted once more, filling the air with the promise of new beginnings and limitless possibilities.